Hey everybody. I got my camera off because I'm in my room and I don't feel like being on camera. I just got out of the tub not long ago. Let me find my chat. Got my camera off because turn the volume down. So I'm going to talk about Aileen Wuornos tonight and Chris Watts. Just a little update about Chris Watts. Hey, Coffee Chat. Hey, girl. I was just sitting here talking to myself. I said, I got my camera turned off because I'm in my room and I don't feel like being on camera tonight because I just don't. Hey, Justifiable Homicide. I can actually keep up with my chat better like this, anyways. Hey, Samara. Hey, Kim Smith. How are y'all tonight? Sit down, Ladybug. Okay. Let me, I won't be able to see the chat for just a second. Trying to crap. I'm trying to find something. I had all this in my phone. Don't you hate when you're trying to do something and you got people watching you and you can't do it? Hi, Remy. You don't feel well? Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Hazel Basil. 2:13 a.m. there in Spain. Oh my goodness. Sorry you don't feel good, Remy. Let me get to my stuff about Eileen here. Oh my goodness. I knew I shouldn't have put this in my phone. Okay. So Eileen Carol, I think her name is Wuornos. She was born February 29th, 1956, and she was, of course, American serial killer who murdered 7 men in Florida between 1989 and 1990 by shooting them at point blank range. Now, Eileen claimed that her victims had either raped or attempted to rape her while she was working as a prostitute, and that all the homicides were committed in self defense. She was convicted and sentenced to death for 6 of the murders, and she was executed by lethal injection on October 9th, 2002. Now, right before Eileen was executed, she did another interview with the guy that had did a documentary about her, the selling of a serial killer, because a lot of people, after Eileen was convicted, tried to profit off of her tragedy. And even though that she killed these men, Eileen was severely abused as a child. Her brother had relations with her, let's just put it that way. And also, by the age of 11, she had started prostituting for cigarettes and money. And she also had gotten pregnant when she 15 or 16 years old. I can't remember at the exact age, but she was a teenager. She got pregnant by one of her grandfather's friends. Eileen was took in by her grandparents when she was young, and her grandfather was pretty abusive to her. Remy, I was sorry, I got off. Yeah, justifiable homicide. He was the only journalist she trusted. I got distracted looking at Remy can't feel her feet there. I saw in the chat. Sorry, Remy, about that. That worries me. Yes, yeah. Um, I think she was a little bit older than that, but I'm not for sure, Coffee Chat. But she moved out into the woods, and she lived in Michigan. Sorry, I was getting a drink. She moved out to the woods. Her grandfather had kicked her out of the house, and she moved out to the woods. And she said in an interview that, it was just so cold. She slept out in the cold weather, in this little makeshift shack. And that's why she hitchhiked to Florida. And when she got to Florida, she married, what is his name? Lewis. I can't find my notes. Gosh. Let me go back here. She married this older guy. And within 6 weeks of marrying him, She had took a cane to his head, I guess, and I guess he called the police on her, and, their marriage was annulled. They said that when, her and her first husband, they would try to go out to bars and things, that Eileen, she was just a very angry person. She got into a lot of fights and things. And actually, Eileen, when she first hitchhiked to Florida, they said that she was a really pretty lady. Now, I know I had a picture in my video of her and that older man that she married. I'm thinking that his name was Louis Fratz or something like that. But she was an attractive woman. Her life was just very sad and tragic, and, you know, doesn't mean because you're abused that gives you the okay to kill people when you're older, by no means. But I think that played a lot into it. And, her first victim, she killed 7 men within 12 months, and her first victim was Richard Mallory, and he was age, 51. Says he was an electronics store owner from Clearwater, and he was a convicted rapist who she claimed to have killed in self-defense. Now, if you watch the movie Monster, it shows him doing some pretty horrible things to her. Now, she later recanted that and said that he never did that to her. I think actually she just wanted to be gone from this world. She had been on death row for what, 12 years or more? And while she was on death row, this born again Christian woman adopts Eileen. And I think she had some not so Christian motives for that, because I know her and that lawyer made some money off of Eileen. I completely understand her anger too, Samara. That's right. Her life was terrible, and it doesn't excuse any of the murders that she committed. But you know what's even worse, to me, for her, is that she met Tyra Moore, and she loved Tyra, and Tyra, you know, testified against her for immunity. Tyra knew about the murders. I think Eileen had shared it with her. Maybe not all of them, but she knew she knew something. Hey, Mario. And all of the cops and things that was, well, some of them that was involved with her arrest and things, they all made money off this woman's, tragic life. All they viewed a lot of people just view Eileen as this, homeless prostitute that, is a serial killer, you know? But her life was very sad and tragic, and I think that her childhood, it most definitely had a lot to do with those murders and her lifestyle. She was a very sad woman, and I actually think that Eileen probably shouldn't have been put to death because of her mental state. Now, while Eileen was on death row, she made all kinds of crazy claims, like the prison staff was trying to poison her and things like that. And the guy that had done the documentary on Eileen, she really trusted him, and he really thought that, she changed her story about it being self-defense because she just wanted to die. She was tired of being on death row. She really was. So, hi, Pamela. Hi, Kay. Mary's your stalker, Remy. Yeah, justifiable homicide. I totally agree with you. Um, they said that, gosh, what's that Bush guy's name that was the governor down in Florida? Jeb Bush. They said that, what did he do? He like signed something to go ahead with her execution, which I thought was just crappy as hell. In my opinion, this woman was mentally ill. I know what she did was wrong. But I really think she was like a paranoid schizophrenic or something. I really do. I think I don't think she just murdered those men to rob them. I mean, I think she had PTSD or something. I could be wrong. There's a lot of people that know a lot more about this case than I do because I have not read the books. However, I've known about Eileen forever since I was a child. We actually used to vacation in Florida around the time this was happening. Yeah. Hi, Dennis. How are you? I'm good. I got my camera turned off tonight because I'm just in my bedroom sitting on the bed and I just didn't feel like being on camera. Hi, Water Ski. How are you doing? Well, yeah, her upbringing really shaped her. I mean, you can tell that she had a really troubled past. There was even one guy that I guess I don't know if it was Eileen's brother or who it was, but I saw him on the stand, and they were saying that when Eileen would follow them around or whatever, that they would throw rocks at her because they were ashamed of her and wanted them away from her. And I think that was someone that she was seeing though. He just wanted things to do with her when nobody was looking. He was embarrassed of her. So when she would come around, I guess, he would throw rocks and things. And well, it had to have been her lover because her brother died. Her brother died way before this ever happened. And Eileen actually got like $10,000 life insurance inheritance from him, which she went through in no time. She bought her a car and wrecked it almost immediately. Um, so, let's see what else. Did you guys see when that judge sentenced her to death, what she said to him? She said, "I hope your wife and kids get raped up the you know what?" And I was like, "Wow." Yeah. But there at the end, she seemed to have found religion, you know. I hope that she asked God for forgiveness and she really really meant it. And my personal belief is that when you're mentally ill, I think God's not going to punish you for being mentally ill. That's what I like to think about my grandfather that committed suicide because he was a Christian, but he had schizophrenia. So, I hope and I pray and I believe that God's not going to hold that against him. He's a very merciful God. Hey, Artria. Girl, I'm going to Pikeville as soon as I get a chance. Get me one of those vapes. Well, some of them do, Remy. A lot of the inmates find religion. My brother does that when he goes to jail. I'm like, jailhouse religion. That's what I call that. But I was just thinking that maybe where the woman adopted Eileen after she was convicted and she was a Christian, that maybe Eileen really did find God. Maybe it just wasn't a jailhouse thing. Hey, Will, how are you? Hey, Topaz girl. Call me in the morning, girl. What the troll patrol? Oh, yeah, this is crazy. Okay, Archery, we may do that. We may do that, girl. Get you to call in tomorrow night. Yeah, but I was hoping back to Eileen. I was hoping that she really did find God because I know what she did was wrong, killing those men. There were a couple of them that I think there was like at least one of them that was really just trying to give her a ride. You know, I hope she did find God because she had such a troubled soul and mind, and such a troubled past. I mean, she grew up so rough. I had a bad childhood, but nothing compared to hers. You know, I was thinking that the other day when I was doing that video. That woman went through hell. Can you imagine being a teenage girl, having your grandfather's friend rape you, and you have a baby by him, and your grandfather's mean as crap, your dad's in prison, um, can't remember what happened to her mom right off the bat, um, but then she had to go live out in the woods in a shack in Michigan for a year. So you know it's cold there in Michigan. So I just feel really, really bad for her. Hi, Karen. Karen, I think you put something, if it's not you, it's someone else on the PayPal. My hubby, he messaged me. He's out of town, and he said something about that. So I just wanted to thank you for that. A coffee chat. She sure sounds like she may have one, honey. She needs to get to the doctor if she's not been. See, I don't hear things with my mental illness. Now, when I get real manic, sometimes I think I hear or see stuff, but it's just me scaring myself where I get nervous. Is what it is. I think each murder did too, Mary. Good point. Good point. It probably did. Now, I really, and I know I probably shouldn't say this, but more than likely, that first victim of hers, Richard Mallory, he may have got aggressive with her, and she may have had no choice. I always thought that had something to do with it too. That's why she killed the other men. She started having flashbacks and stuff, but I'm not sure. It's just a theory. I think she was schizophrenic too, Remy. Hey, Danny. Oh, okay. Coffee chat. I thought you said my daughter just told me she has a mental illness. Oh my God, girl, I'm so sorry. See how things you misread things in text and in chat. Let's see what everybody else says. Hey, survived it. Oh, really, Samara? Yeah, I mean, just because he had a criminal past doesn't mean that he did anything to her. I know it. I'm gonna have to go back and look into that interview too. Hey, Lovable Rouge. Pamela, if you email me, I'll give it to you. Look, I'm logged in with Sunny Rooster's name, so I'm gonna put my email here. Y'all know Sunny's a moderator now. Yeah, Eileen was a very interesting character. And do you know that she claimed up until almost the day that she died that she still loved Tyra Moore? Tyra Moore was the love of her life, and I think it really about killed Eileen when Tyra testified against her. She thought Tyra loved her, but Tyra's trying to save her own skin, it looked like to me. I mean, from what I know, Tyra knew about the murder. She didn't participate, but I think that Eileen, I think they called her Lee. Lee had told her about it. Oh, I love documentaries. That's all I do is watch documentaries. Documentaries. I mean, I watch different kinds of documentaries too. They're mostly true crime though. I know, Karen. Can you imagine how their family felt when they found out they had been killed by a prostitute, and some of them, I think a couple of them may have had their pants down or something. I thought that one guy was just really trying to help her and give her a ride. There may have been 2 of them that did that. I don't know, but all I know is y'all have got to watch that documentary. That one guy that she trusted, I can't think of his name. I think it's called Selling of a Serial Killer. And he really busts these people for taking advantage of this woman's tragedies. And this man believed her. He believed that it was self-defense all those years. And then, right before her execution, she told him that she had lied. But when the camera was off, she had said something to the fact she just wanted to die, you know? So she just wanted it over with. I don't think I could stand sitting on death row like that. You know, just imagine that rest of your life. But I know when you murder people, that's where you need to be, in prison for the rest of your life. Hey, Melissa, you a Southern girl? His name is Nick. Justifiable homicide. She knows everything about true crime. She needs her own YouTube channel. She knows everything. I'm glad to meet someone else Southern on here. I've met several. I believed her after the documentary. Yeah, Candy Cane Brain. I like that name. Atlanta, Georgia. I'm from the Appalachian Mountains, girl, in Virginia. Oh, thank you, Remy. I haven't seen that one, Topaz, yet. I haven't seen that documentary yet. Oh, Pamela? Oh, Pamela's country girl too, Southern girl. Oh, good, justifiable homicide. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. I will be there supporting you, girl. You're going to be so much better at this than I am. Hey, she had a big, I don't know, she may get mad at me for saying this. I doubt it. She had like a big Facebook following page and something happened. Guess they got trolls in Facebook too, starting trouble. Hi, Beth. Well, hi, Candy. Nice to meet you. I'm Cece or Celeste, whichever one you want to call me. Yeah, justifiable homicide. She's a nice lady. She really is, and she really knows her stuff about true crime. She's been into true crime for quite some time. She told me, so she's really cool. Hi, Kimmy. Did you say that? Kimmy. I hope I said that right. Oh my God, welcome, Eddie. Oh, the police took it down. Okay. I wasn't for sure. I didn't want to go into that. I didn't know. I knew what happened, but I didn't want to say too much on here without without your permission. Not a troll, she said. Oh, honey. Oh, we know who the trolls are. They come in here and say crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Okay. So I want to talk to y'all about the View It channel. They had a Chris Watts update on there. I'm going to put their link right here if I got it still. I believe I do. Let's see. It's not letting me do it. Yeah, let me get out of this. I got my screen split there. Let's see. Still not letting me do it. Well, it was a View It channel. They got this video up. And it's about Chris Watts. And it's a letter that Chris Watts wrote when he was at his parents' house when he was in North Carolina visiting. And he wrote this letter. And his mom and dad encouraged him to write it. And he put it in an envelope, sealed it up, and give it to his sister. Well, his sister kind of forgot about it till afterwards. This is what the View It channel had on it. And I'm gonna read y'all. Are you buffer? I can't talk. Buffering, Candy? Oh my goodness! Is anybody else buffering? Oh, turquoise kitten. Thank you. Yes, Melissa. Yes. Um, yeah, Candy, try to refresh. Okay, nobody else is doing it. Okay, I'm gonna get out of the chat for a minute and I'm gonna read y'all what this letter said. Um, and this is on View It, and that's a good little channel, y'all. Y'all go support her. She's been super nice and kind to me. He, she, I'm not quite sure, but I think it's female. Okay, it says 8/6/18. To whom it may concern, if anyone gets this letter, I would never do anything to hurt myself or my children or my wife. If anything happens to me, please investigate my wife, Chris Watts. Can y'all believe that crap? So his mom and dad really thought that Shanann was going to do something to him. Can you believe that? I mean, that shocks me. I didn't even know anything about this till I watched View It's channel. Um, I mean, they must have really not liked her. They must have thought, I don't know what they thought. If she would, they thought she's violent or what. See, my mom and my sister-in-law don't get along. They don't get along at all. Hi, Carrie. Carrie says, "Good morning." It's nighttime here, Carrie. Good morning to you, though. Hi, Lane. Yes, Artria. Hey, true crime truth finders. I'm pulling one of your tricks now. I got my camera off. Um, yeah. Well, my sister-in-law, she's her and my brother are on drugs. So my mom, I guess she blames my sister-in-law a little bit, but you know, my brother's a big boy. But anyways, they kind of go, even before she got on stuff, they would kind of go back and forth at each other, and they still do. And I tell you what, I'd always tell my mom, I'd say, Mom, you know, don't talk to her like that. That's not right to talk to her like that. I said, there's you and my brother, both of them standing there and her talking to her like that. I don't agree with things like that. I just don't agree. Hey, Mary, I was talking about you this morning, girl. I am feeling a lot better. How are you? I don't know, Will. I do not know where they got that. I was really wanting to know that, where they got that. I know it wasn't in with any of the stuff that I got, like when I got that confession stuff. I don't think it was when I got the audio of his confession. Sorry, guys, I had to take a drink. I would like to know where that came from, though. I think I'll ask. I'll ask if that's like public or something. Yeah, yeah, Will. That would be something good for you to look into, and you can discuss it on your channel and find out for us if that is true or not, if you can verify it or not. Um, I think they were too. I think they were very jealous of her. Yeah, thank God, Candy, they don't have any kids together, my brother and his wife. Thank goodness. Them two birds, as my granny says, don't need any. Bless their hearts. Hey, Bad. Oh, I don't see Jim. Is there a Jim in here? Oh, Toy Airy. Hey, honey, I didn't see you. Yeah. Um, I would say his mom probably encouraged him and was all in for him getting a divorce and all this. I just wonder if I go back and forth with if he premeditated that or if he snapped. My thing about the snapping is, I mean, of course, I've never been in a murderous rage before, but gosh, he had a long drive with those girls. If he didn't kill them at home, like he said, I don't know. He had a long drive to think about that. I just don't know how anyone could kill their own children like that. Even if he snapped and killed Shanann, I just don't understand the girls. I never will. I'll never be able to. Oh, really? Toy, you think his mom cultivated his hate? Hi, Kendra. I think it put him in a really hard position. I think it would have been really stressful throughout the years for him and Shanann both. Um, not getting along with the in laws. And then here's Chris in the middle of his wife that he loves and his mom and dad, or his mom. I think Ronnie got along with her pretty well from what I've saw. Um, but that would have been a hard place to be in. Oh my goodness. Let's let's hide that. Let's remove that comment. We don't talk like that here, honey. You need Jesus in your heart. Goodness gracious, what's wrong with these people? Yeah. Yeah, that's true, Beth. Melissa Cece, what is she looking for? Me let me go back up here. I don't know, Melissa. I'm lost with your comment, sweetie. I'm sorry. Yeah, smart. They're bored. Goodness gracious. I wouldn't. Yeah, Sonny's getting them, honey. He'll come and flog you. You come in this chat. I'll get my rooster on you. The people, they don't got no lives. I'd hate to be that miserable in life. I always say that. There must be a bunch of losers. I have no idea. I just don't like talk like that. That is so ugly. Yeah, there's twists and turns everywhere in that case, Topaz. You got that right. Yeah, I like to form my own opinions. I will listen to other ones. Crap, I used to listen to Miss Mensa. Everybody used to hate on her. Did I agree with hardly anything she said? No, I didn't hardly agree with anything she said, but I still listened to her. I didn't hate on her and stuff. I like to listen to everybody's points of views. I don't even think she has a channel anymore. Oh, hey, Sarah. Sir, you may have to unsubscribe if you didn't get notified. Subscribe back and turn the notification bell on. I saw somebody, I think Go Lightly saying that a while back about YouTube being messed up, and you could do that. I do too, Candy. I like seeing everyone's perspective, whether I agree with it or not. I know. How can we believe anything he says? Do y'all believe that the girls were alive when they left the house, or do y'all? I mean, I was just hoping and praying that those poor little children were asleep and they did not know that their own dad was doing this to them and they didn't feel any fear. But it gives me anxiety just talking about it. Oh, is her channel back up? Hey, I've been subscribed to her channel for a long time. I've told her before she makes some good points. You know, we all, I think we just agree to disagree. That's the best thing to do. Yes, I saw the Dr. Phil, Melissa. I know it, Candy. I go, I go back and forth with that. There's a lot of people like that orange hair detective. He'd been saying that for a long time that they saw shadows, this and that. Then I saw somebody else's video yesterday. I can't remember where it was at, but they slowed down the camera and zoomed in when Chris was walking back and forth to the truck. And one time they said, and you could see there was white shoes on him. And then the next time, he had his boots on and his pants was down in the boots. I know it. I know, Artria. Oh, hey, also Maggie. I know it, Karen. I heard him. He said that when that female detective Tammy said that he just went with it about Shanann. I knew Shanann didn't kill those girls. I never questioned that. I mean, um, well, I mean, it went through my brain as I was trying to analyze everything, but no, I knew that he had did something. I don't know why he would say the worst either. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he could be just trying to hurt Shanann's family. I don't know. I mean, it's very shocking that this man did this, anyways. I mean, he's just so um, passive and stuff, laid back. Jill says he was such a clean freak. So, Shanann wasn't the only one with OCD. I guess he was too. Yeah, you can hear his voice change. What gets me is how casual he just talks about it. You know, he seemed like he was so glad to be talking to them. Probably because he's not had any visitors yet. Yes, that house was spotless. You wouldn't think there was anybody that lived there. Oh my goodness, it was beautiful. Hey, justifiable homicide. That's what I was thinking too. That could be, that's a good theory. I know it, Sue. I know it. We're just gonna drive ourselves crazy trying to figure it out. Police saw jeans on the floor next to stairs. You think they were Shanann's? Because Shanann, I know she had jeans on that night that she came home. Right, Topaz. Well, they was encased jeans probably. Some people will make up things just to hurt people. Some monsters. Hey, I was watching something. The neighbor said that they saw some kind of vehicle there they thought was strange. I always thought Set the Record Straight Elaine was Mensa, but I could be wrong. That's what I hear other people say. I don't know. Hey, Candy, I tried not to let y'all hear that, girl. Oh, really, Karen? So, are you talking about the new confession that they believed part of it and other parts they didn't? Oh, yeah, Karen. Yeah, and it matched her truck. Well, didn't her cell phone ping nearby there somewhere? Was to say she got knocked out. Oh, sorry, girl. Katie knows that sound anywhere. There's a lot of us that smoke on this channel, girl. Was it Karen in Denver Post? Yeah, he does worry about what people think of him. I know he was worried about, those hazmat guys removing the girls from the tank. Jill, I had someone tell me, now this is a rumor, that she had a baby by Chris and Kay did in February. Yeah. Um, I don't know why. I mean, he must just have been, I don't know. He must just been had a lot more problems than what people realize. Why wouldn't you just get a divorce? I don't care. You know, all of us women, when we get mad and hurt, especially if you're going through a divorce, you'll say, "You're going to pay me child support. I'm going to make you pay me alimony." You know, that's just things that we say when we get mad. I don't mean we always mean it. Um, Surely he didn't kill her just because she said he wouldn't go see the girls no more. I mean, got a money, and then he killed the girls. He's sure not going to see them now. I know it, Karen. I've been trying to figure out when I first got into this case, way back before I ever started my channel. I was like, I saw it come across the news when she was first missing, Ashley Banfield, and I got into it, and I said, I'm going to figure out why he did this, why he killed Shanann and the girls, what made him do that. I never have figured it out. I can't because I'm not psycho like him. I guess he's psycho. Yes, Sarah, you did. We talked about it at the beginning, sweetie. Hey, Herbie. Saw your video today. I know, and Elaine. So y'all know a lot more about this case than I do. Um, I got into it a little bit after I started my channel, after the new confession come out and stuff. I had the stuff to read, documents and stuff, but I didn't read it all. I know, Pamela. That's what someone told me. They told me that Nicole Kessinger had a baby by Chris Watts in February. Sure did. I know it. I think they were interested to know. They see all this stuff going on social media about North Korea, as we like to call her. Everybody accusing her of being involved and stuff. So I think they were pretty interested in her. They wanted to know if she had asked him to do that. Now, I don't know if she was involved at the house, but I've said this before. I do think she drilled it in his head that she didn't want someone with kids. She wanted someone she could experience that with together for the first time. And that's why Chris Watts had gave her that one card, and it said, "We'll have plenty of firsts together." It said something like that. Um, I don't know. So I heard, "Hey, we only have one life." I watched one of your videos today, girl. Um, I heard that the only reason that they helped her and stuff was because she was pregnant, but that's a rumor. I don't know if that's true or not. Yeah, she said she wanted to give him a son, and I said, "Wouldn't that be crappy?" That's just terrible. Shanann and Nico gone, Bella and Celeste in here. She has a baby by Chris, if that's true. Pamela, yeah, me too, Pamela. I agree with that. Yeah, racking our brains, Beth. I hate autocorrect. I know it, y'all. Hold on, guys. Let me go let this stinking dog in. She's scratching on the door. Hold on. Ladies, please don't mess up my laptop there. To get my earbuds back in right. Okay, guys. Oh, sorry. They always give me 30, 40 minutes and they start messing with me, the dogs. He is on suicide watch. That's what I heard too. See, I thought everybody was mistaken about that. Um, because I thought I got mixed up. I guess they put him on suicide watch after his confession. I thought he was on it before that the inmates at the county were yelling at him, telling him how to kill himself, things like that. I know it, Jill. You would have thought that he would have asked for a lawyer or something. Um, I'm just wondering what was going through his mind when he knew he was going to take that lie detector test. Did he really think he could beat it? Or that's what I thought too, Karen. I thought it was the inmates at the other prison or the county. Right, justifiable homicide. I agree. I heard she did. That's a rumor, Melissa. Okay, so Will says first time on suicide watch was at Weld County, and yes, again at Dodge Correction. Pisces, 2018, 2019 year of sacrifice of women and children. Really? Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That's what I thought he said too, Ebeth, when I was listening to his confession. He said that they didn't judge him there at the prison. He was playing basketball. But I would say if after this confession, they get to watch TV and things. Uh, they probably saw it on there and probably telling him to kill himself again. I know it, Topaz. I know it. I just saw Fewitt's video. I believe it was yesterday, and I just wanted to address that. I'm glad Will was in here because he didn't seem to know anything about that, and he's going to check that out. So he'll let us know on his channel if that where that came from. Oh, really, Candy? Oh my goodness. You're a nurse? There are a lot of nurses on YouTube. Like I know at least like 5 or 6. Oh, really, Ebeth? It was just a precaution. Oh, really? Can you imagine the person, Jill, that buys that house? I would not want to live there. That is a beautiful home, but I would not want to live there at all. Um, I hope that there's no more information released about him personally because I think it's time for her family, Shan's family, to be able to grieve and move on. Oh, really, Candy? Everybody in your high school class went to nursing school. My niece only has a couple semesters left, and she'll be an RN. It was up to be auctioned off, Melissa. I would never get it cleaned either, Karen. Um, if I could have like a really nice home, I would just build a nice small home. You know, blood sacrifice. Oh my goodness. I hope not. Goodness gracious. Yeah. I remember when that happened to John Bonet, Jill. I was at my granny's. It came across the TV. Hey, Pisces, thank you. Thank you so much. Did that really happen about the blood sacrifice? Oh my goodness. Does people really do crap like that? Them stairs would kill my knee, Karen. Yeah, Melissa. Yeah, they're probably extra rough on him when they play basketball with him. They probably elbow him and everything. Skylar, would you just jump up here and quit crying? Come on, baby. My dog's went on the bed. Come on. I've only got like 4 dogs in the bed with me right now. Oh, goodness. I got a picture of some cool roosters walking around in Key West today, just off topic a little bit. I really can. Yeah, I saw something somewhere about them going to auction off the house, but he won't get any of the money, will it? Probably goes to Shanann's family. I do too, Daddy. I do too. I believe there's haunted houses. I believe in things like that. The truck sold for 18K. Really? Yeah, Melissa, I totally agree with you. I'd like to be the one that knocked him out. That's true, Artria. They did. They bought Darley Routier and Darren's house. That's one house I would not want to be in. Those kids brutally murdered. Yeah, I agree with Karen and Melissa. Knock him out. Oh, really, Candy? A big old bulldog? Girl, I just saw the coolest. It wasn't a bulldog, but it was pit bull service dog down at the store when I went to the store earlier, and he he was coming right up to me, and I wasn't talking to him or anything because you're not supposed to talk to him or pet him. And that guy said, "Go ahead, you can go up to her." And I said, "I'm the animal whisperer. All animals love me. I even have a rooster that took up with me." He was a really cool pit bull. I watched Reuben the bulldog. He's a he's funny. He's cute. Hey, Elstacker, how are you? Oh, I do too. Y'all should watch Reuben the bulldog. He is awesome. He has a big YouTube following. What are you doing, Artria? Vaping? Hey, Candy, I got a shirt that says Chicken Whisperer because I got this rooster. He came, took up with me. As my neighbors. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Topaz. Thank you. Yeah. Who was that? Uh, that walked in the house after Chris Watts was arrested. Me either, Lane. Girl, honey, I am with you. I do not want to be in any house that someone is murdered in, especially living. Oliver the steer. I had to check that out just by homicide. I watch Sammy the Hammy the Smiling Pig. It's called Sharon's Zoo here on YouTube. Yeah, Jill, we just had some of her, friends on here the other night. I don't know about Darlie. Yeah, Brian went and seen her house. Well, don't be texting and driving. We only have one life. I tell her that all the time when she tells me that. Hey, that stuff scares me, texting and driving. She's probably stopped somewhere. Yeah, I saw your video, L Stacker, yesterday. I left you a little comment. I believe back to Darlie, I believe that Darren did that. I swear, I mean, I really do. That's just my opinion. I'm probably wrong, but I just think I don't know. To me, he acted just as weird at that cemetery when he was doing that interview as her. I do sit on the fence with Darlie too. I do too, Topaz. I really, I've not read the court transcripts and stuff, so I probably really shouldn't give my opinion on it. But Darren did fail a lie detector test after Darlie was convicted, and they point blank asked him if he had anything to do with that, knowledge of that, and he failed. He failed miserably. Yeah. So that right there is what kind of makes me really suspicious of him. I don't know, Candy. It was one of them. It was somebody in that house. If it wasn't Darren, then it was an intruder Darren hired. I mean, I don't know. Oh, really? Justifiable homicide? That is so cute. I'm gonna have to check him out. Hey, Beth, honey, I don't know hardly anything about that case, to be honest with you. Not like other people know. Now, what gets me is the forensic guy. He had been wrong in other cases. Um, so at least, I mean, if he was wrong in other cases, and you would think that they maybe would give her like a new trial. Now, yeah, see, Jill, that's another thing that gets me about her feet should have been cut. I go back and forth with it. When I talk to Darlie's friends and stuff, they're very convincing, and I'll think, well, maybe she's innocent. I definitely know that it was her or him or he hired someone. So that is funny. They walk right in the store. That is funny. I know it. I know it. Somebody got on to me the other day for giving my opinion on Darlie. They're like, oh, you haven't read the court transcripts. Well, that is true. I shouldn't really give my opinion on something that I've not read the court transcripts on. But I'm human. I'm not a journalist. I'm a wannabe true crime journalist, wannabe detective. Oh, yeah, we got that law here too, Melissa. No texting and driving. Oh, yeah, we only have what she always texts at the stoplights. Oh, goodness. That's right, Archery. They make me so mad when they leave stuff like that. It's like so annoying. I'm like, God almighty, can't you watch my channel for 2 seconds and tell I'm not a journalist? I'm just like into true crime. I'm like, uh, want to be detective? Come on. Okay, Karen, give us your thought. I was trying to scroll back up through here if I missed anything. Oh, OJ Simpson, yeah. I heard OJ and Casey Anthony was going to. Yeah, I haven't researched it too much either, Elaine. I really not. But, I think that he acted just as strange as her. I know, Karen, that's strange. That is strange why they would do that with the knife, and I also heard that the forensic guy, when he tested that knife, he contaminated it somehow. So, I don't know. I just know that those poor little boys was murdered. They claim she's innocent. They say they got this fingerprint, and I even said this the other night when I was, Darlie's friends was on here. I said, "Wonder I mean, that's just strange they've not tested that print all these years. Why wouldn't they test that print?" You know? Can't figure those socks outside either. Oh, the chef's knife's what stabbed the boys. Well, you know what? I've got the, autopsy of one of them downloaded here on the, Chromebook someone sent me. Um, I think Devin when, either Devin or Damon, I can't remember which one it was, but when one of them was stabbed, I'm pretty sure it was Devin, the knife went all the way through him to the floor, you know, pulled back out, of course. He had 2 gaping huge holes, and when, Derek would try to give him CPR, blood would squirt out. I mean, I would have been freaked out. I probably couldn't even have called 911. Another thing that gets me is if you wake up and see an intruder leaving through your kitchen and out the door, I'm damn sure not gonna follow the guy out through there. Now, that's just me. If I see someone leaving, it would scare me, and I know me, I would be quiet. Yeah, Mary, that's probably true, girl. That's true if she was skiing. That rumor's probably not true. Hey, Pamela, did you hear about that guy from Kentucky, that serial killer? He was originally from Kentucky. He tries to say that he tried to say that he killed Nicole Brown Simpson. Mhm. I know, Karen. I would have been scared to death. I wouldn't have moved after that guy. That don't set right with me either, Topaz, about, the knife wound on her neck, and it actually said that the necklace stopped it, from cutting any farther. It was, like, embedded in her neck, but I'm pretty sure that Brian St. John told me that wasn't true, but I don't know. Oh, Herbie, give the baby a kiss for us. Yeah. Well, she had like a little journal or something. And the thing about that is I have wrote depressing things in notebooks before too. Because for y'all that's new, I have like manic depression and PTSD. And so, sometimes when things get on my mind or I'm in depression, I'll write things like that. Thank you, El Stacker. You would have chased him out the door, Sarah? Not me, girl. I'd have been quiet as a mouse and let him, leave. Oh my god, Archery, that is so scary, girl. Oh my goodness, that is so scary. Yeah, uh, I've also had this theory, justifiable homicide. What if Darren came down the stairs and he realized Darlie did that? Maybe he didn't wake up. Maybe he came down and maybe he didn't wake up when the glass was broke, and he says he heard Darlie yelling for him or whatever. Maybe. He woke that was a lie. Maybe he just walked downstairs and caught her doing something to the kids. He took up for her. Oh, really, Jill? I know it, Karen. See, after someone left me that comment the other day when I did that live stream with them, I got to thinking about a lot of things. Yeah, I know. Um, her arms in that picture, and I could see some bruises in the hospital, like a little bit, but those bruises in that picture are bad. I mean, someone would have had to have done that too. I don't see how she could have done that. I know it. He lied on his lie detector too. I'd have been screaming for bloody murder, Jill. I really would have. That's what I'm thinking. Justifiable homicide. Maybe he cut her neck for her and then ran the sock down that. I don't know why they would put that sock out there. And another thing, he had been asking around for somebody to rob his house. Yeah, he was going to do an insurance scam. So he had been asking around. So that's right, Karen. She should have. Probably Jill. She probably was hoping to. Yeah, Beth. That's probably that's like around here. You know, we've had a couple bad murders here. They really don't know what to do. Um, Now Stephanie and Danny that was on here the other night, they seem to think that she was drugged. That's right, sir. I don't blame you for that. I got one son, so I don't got to worry about running the boys off, you know? Be running the girls off. Oh, really, Beth? That is so crazy. Yeah, I definitely think that Darren knows more than what he shares. And that's got me thinking, where he remarried and things. But she said in that interview, she felt betrayed because she didn't know that he had wanted the house robbed and stuff. Oh my God, Jill, that is weird. A lot of sixes. It could be, Danny. He could just reach down there and just sliced her a little bit. But why? I mean, yeah, the stabs were brutal. That's another thing that kinda gets me with it. Why were they so brutally stabbed? And, I mean, her throat was cut, like but she wasn't done like them unless there was somebody that was, you know, trying to hurt the boys to get to the parents. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, they'll never let her off death row. The only thing that they could do is take her sentence and give her life in prison, take her off death row. Um, I think her family I do feel sorry for her mom and her son, Drake, he was a baby that when that happened. I do feel sorry for it broke my heart. It broke my heart to watch her mom give that interview. I mean, she really believes in her daughter, you know. That's what I know, Karen. That's what I think too. Why wouldn't he have just murdered, just not murdered her too? It's weird. Yeah, yeah, I lit up another cigarette. Yeah, the kids seem to be the target. Um, Southwest Virginia, Melissa. Oh, guess what, guys? Tomorrow night, y'all need to tune in and watch the ID channel. John Walsh is going to be on there. He's doing the hunt, and he's got that guy from Big Stone Gap, Virginia, that's been on the run forever. He walked into the water department. He shot his, I don't know if she was his wife or his girlfriend. She's beautiful, though. He shot her. He's been on the run for about 2 years now, and he just dropped off the face of the planet. And so John Walsh came to Big Stone Gap, Virginia, and he did an episode on it. And it'll be on tomorrow night on the ID channel on the hunt. Bye, Candy. Have a great night. You guys smoke too, girl. Yeah, he's gonna be on there tomorrow night. So I won't be live streaming tomorrow night. I'm gonna be watching that. Hi, Michelle. Oh, you're welcome. Michelle, I'm usually on camera, but I was in my bedroom tonight and I just didn't feel like it. Yeah, Candy, you got to check that out. That's not too awful far from me. Yeah, see, and I feel like that too, Topaz. I feel like with all these unanswered questions, especially with the fingerprint and things, they shouldn't put her to death. Once you put someone to death, then you find out they didn't do it. It's too late then. Yeah, I'm in my PJs, Beth. Oh, is it saying I'll be watching that? Yeah, Michelle, welcome, hon. We're glad to have you. Well, Level Rouge, the only way you can turn your camera off, well, for me, is if I set it up through Google Hangouts. And that's the reason I did it like this tonight because I wanted to turn the camera off because I'm in my room and sometimes you just don't feel like being on there. And it's gonna be on the Oxygen channel. Well, they said, Jill, that she had one last big appeal and then she had a couple smaller ones. But gosh, she's been on death row since, gosh, I was in high school, I guess. When this happened, 1997, I was in 11th grade. Thanks, Topaz. Yeah, I felt that weird too. Now I know people have like celebrations of life and when someone dies, but I felt that very strange also. She looked like she was on Xanax or something, to be honest with you. At the cemetery, she's smacking that gum. I could tell she was taking something. I hope they come up with some good DNA too. These boys need justice. They were brutally murdered. If she didn't do it, they need to find out who did it. Me too. I wouldn't have been able to do that, Jill. See, Jill, I witnessed a suicide uh, when I was 28 years old, and I couldn't function for months. I mean, I didn't even know I was in the world hardly. So that's what I say, and that's why it's hard for me to see her um, at that cemetery doing that. I mean, yeah, I had to take some nerve pills too and stuff after that, but I just couldn't have made myself smile and stuff. But everybody's different. Yeah, unless I'm in my closet. Yep, she'll have to answer for it one day, Danny, to God. Yeah, I felt like I needed to be in one. I do. I have PTSD and manic depression, Beth. It's hard sometimes, but you just got to try to be strong, go on. It took me a long time to get to where I didn't think I was losing my mind. And I'm telling you, I thought about committing suicide after I seen that. I did. I really did. Thank goodness I didn't, and I'm doing better in life. Yeah, Michelle, welcome again. Oh, thank you, Danny. I'm not always a delight, but I try to be nice and respectful, and I don't care to answer anybody's questions as long as they ask me in a respectful manner. That's one of my big things. I do not like rudeness. I do not at all. Thanks, Karen. Well, love you too. Um, Gosh, I'm gonna kick your tail, Will. You should not donated that much money to me. Oh my goodness. I didn't even know the amount till today. Oh my goodness. I'm getting some rooster curtains out of that, Will. I don't like drama. No. People like to start drama. I don't like it. Oh, I know, Beth. Phew, it was rough, but you know what? Everything we go through in life makes us a stronger person. Everything I've been through in life has made me a better person. I always learn new things every day too, new lessons in life. So, anyways, guys, I'm gonna get off here and relax a little bit. And you have a big rooster cookie jar, Beth. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I want that. Yeah, I found me some rooster curtains. I'm gonna go get them. I gotta measure my window first. But anyways, I love y'all. Thank you for chatting with me tonight, and I will see you all in the morning. The Lord willing, nothing happens. I'll see you in the morning. For those of you that are new, I usually do a live stream 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, just about every morning. Yeah, well, you was asking me that, and I was talking. Yeah, there'll be a morning chat in the morning. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet, but we'll wing it. I'll figure out something. I love y'all. Good night. Sleep well or good morning wherever you're at. God bless you and peace. Good night, everybody. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Y'all so awesome. Bye. I'm gonna type in on Sunny's account. Sunny's the moderator. Love y'all. Good night. Peace, San.